We begin our Sunrise Smart Start inside the Buffalo Huddle as the Bills face the New York Jets in New Jersey tonight, Monday Night Football. Bills defensive tackle Ed Oliver, though, will not play in tonight's game. Rookie Dwayne Carter will make his second career start against the Jets. Carter made a good impression last week against the Texans with 3 tackles and a hit on the quarterback. Those around the team say one of Carter's biggest strengths is his intelligence.
You can tell he's an aware, intelligent young man, and he's also seemingly aware of what it takes to be good at something, not just football, but life in general. And I think those life skills are important because they factor into becoming a good and successful football player.
Taron Johnson, Khalil Shakir, and James Cook were limited on practice Saturday, all of them questionable for tonight's game. Kickoff starts at 8:15, and if you want a full wrap-up, some breakdowns with the Buffalo Kickoff Live crew, tune in tonight at 7 p.m. right here on News 8. We'll get you ready for that Bills-Jets kickoff at 8:15. We have some new details to share, learning more now about a car crash that put 2 people in the hospital over the weekend. New York State Police tell us a Nissan van and a Buick crashed head-on while driving on State Route 21 in Palmyra Sunday afternoon. Both drivers taken to the hospital and expected to be okay. The Palmyra Fire Department was also on scene. The portion of Route 21 between Jeffrey and Walker Roads has since reopened to traffic. Yeah, raining in that video there. James, some slick roads to keep in mind this morning, but you said things will taper off coming up here soon.
Yeah, that's right. Soon, noontime, maybe. I'd say umbrella, a rain jacket worthy. Numbers are stuck in the 40s, and you can just see a huge swath of heavy rain is pivoting out of Genesee and Orleans County and working its way through Wyoming County, Livingston. 390 is a very wet drive right now through Rochester. Really has been focused on the west side. Closer view shows exactly that. Henrietta, you're getting some moderate to heavy rain. Brighton's up next. Eventually, it'll work its way into Penfield, Perryton, East Rochester, then up towards Webster, I'd say in the next couple hours. So we've got more hours of rain for you, but tapering off. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Michaela.
All right. Thank you, James. Well, keeping on our weather headlines, in the midst of recent hurricanes down south, the Red Cross is sending volunteers from all over the nation. That includes about a dozen people from here in Rochester. Many families down south have lost their homes, and there is still limited access to food and spotty cell phone service. Due to this, the Red Cross has increased demand for disaster relief operations volunteers. Rochester is one such community showing quite a lot of support with new volunteers getting trained in food safety, facility cleanliness, as well as how to care and empathize with those impacted at disaster shelters.
The response to Hurricane Helene and Milton have been absolutely massive, and we want to make sure that individuals are best prepared as possible. We want to send people down that are going to do their absolute best and feel as best prepared as they possibly can.
Although the Red Cross has already gained many new volunteers, they say they can use all the help they can get. So anyone who volunteers to work with disaster relief operations, many of which have their expenses paid for, and you'll be trained before deploying. We have the details on how to get involved on our website, rochesterfirst.com. In fact, News 8 and the American Red Cross are teaming up together for a telethon, helping out parts of the Southeast devastated by both the hurricanes Helene and Milton. Please join us this Wednesday, 4 to 6:30 p.m. Reporter Dan Gross will be live from the Red Cross phone bank, encouraging donations to help with the long road to recovery for our southern neighbors. News 8 is your local election headquarters, keeping you updated on the newest CBS poll, which shows Vice President Kamala Harris is very slightly ahead of former President Donald Trump nationally and in several crucial battleground states. Harris returned to North Carolina Sunday as that state struggles to recover from the devastation caused by Hurricane Helene. Trump, meanwhile, rallied in Prescott Valley, Arizona, where he focused on an issue central to his campaign, immigration. Some new information this morning as the world must get used to AI resurfacing more and more. The Greece Central School District has decided they'll tackle this unknown head-on by teaching students about the technology and how to use it wisely. Ron Spitzer sat in on one of these unique lessons, joining us live in studio now with more on what our second largest district has to show. Ron.
Michaela, leaders within the Greece Central School District tell me they wanted to formally introduce AI tools to their students because they're already using the tech in their day-to-day life. lives, whether they realize it or not. They say teaching responsible use will help students with school down the line and future career paths. A responsible use here means protecting your online identity and understanding there are accuracy issues too. I sat in on a 9th grade lesson and the students had different opinions on the technology. Some said it was going to take over the world and others were excited about the opportunity to learn more. Some of these students say they're already using tools like ChatGPT to study for exams by asking the program to simplify their notes or come up with practice tests.
If we had more lessons on AI, then we could really figure out how we could use it more and better so our teachers don't mark us 0 for an assignment, or we could use it to improve ourselves and improve our thinking skills.
I think it's definitely necessary since, going more and more into the future and AI is becoming more of like a day-to-day thing that we use, and knowing how to use it in schools will definitely be very important.
For now, these lessons are theoretical, but the students will soon have access to a school-approved tool they'll be able to use to put theory into practice. Michaela?
All right. Thank you there, Aram. After Tom Golisano announced a remarkable $360 million surprise gift to several nonprofits across our region, at least one of those organizations claims the funds have led to a lull in standard donations. Headed for Forever is a foster-based animal rescue in Rochester that opened in 2020. After it was announced the nonprofit would receive $250,000 of this large donation, a Facebook post at the beginning of October revealed that this group claims community donations have completely stopped. Officials say they were unsure if the grant would make its way to the rescue, so medical bills have started piling up. Worries about staying open started growing, but then that changed on Thursday when they did finally receive those promised funds.
The point of this adoption center was to be able to have open hours a couple times per week. We've done a couple smaller adoption events just out of my house, but this is going to be where we can have volunteers, youth groups will be here, just so that people can come routinely and either play with the kittens, volunteer, or hopefully adopt. While this grant has been life-changing to us, it definitely doesn't mean that we can stop fundraising now, which is why we went ahead and hold events like this.
As you just heard, Headed for Forever, like so many organizations awarded generous gifts, they always rely on consistent donations and volunteers. You can find more details on how to get involved on our website, rochesterfirst.com. All right, our final check of the weather with James. I did check the News 8 app dutifully this morning. It's at 100% chance of rain.
There you go.
I put on my galoshes, but it's not going to last all day.
I'm sure that you didn't regret the decision.
I was very thankful that I paid attention.
For sure. Rain is around. You've got it just about everywhere. It's windy as well. That does taper off as we get into the afternoon. So a little bit of patience gets you a long way as we do dry out later today, but it doesn't last forever. We've got scattered showers Tuesday, chance for showers on Wednesday, and a really nice improvement as we get into late in the week. We'll see sunshine return Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then a nice step up in temperatures there as well. Hey, look, next week, 70.
I know, 30s to 70s. How about that?
Yeah, nice.
Well, thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Your next update in 30 minutes. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.